Welcome to a new video series. I am going to be reviewing and talking about um, a few LGBT materials. So it's like comics, um, mangas, I guess that kind of classic comics. We got novels, we got films, we got TV series in this video. I'm going to review everything involving the LGBT. So in this video, I will be talking about these. So we got the first one in this video we've got to talk about is Close. Next is a manga called 7 Days, and a movie called Edge of 17, and another book, a manga called Katakoi Lamp. Another movie called Cousins. P.S. I really love this movie. And the next one we got is Both Can Be True. I still love this book. And that is all I'm going to be talking about. So stay tuned for what's to come. For the first movie I'm talking about today, I just need to gather myself before I filmed this part of the video, because boy, with this series of videos I am starting to do, this is definitely the most heartfelt, tear-jerking film to start off this series. Okay, so the first thing I'm talking about in this video series is Close. Close isn't your everyday LGBT movie, and in some eyes it isn't classed as that. This popped up on the Amazon listing for LGBT themed movies, so I bought it to check it out, and it does have LGBT references, but for the younger audience. So basically, it's about two young boys, one called Leo, and then we got another one called Remy. Um, there's a bit better picture of Leo and Remy. Them two are best friends. Best of friends. Um, I'm gonna tell you in a minute a major spoiler, so please forgive me. But the spoiler did happen like within like 10-20 minutes of the film, and the movie is on for under 4 minutes, so it kind of a spoiler, but in one way it also decides the rest of the movie. Can't we explain what's sad about this movie without explaining the major spoiler? Um, yeah, like I just said, this movie on for under 4 minutes, and this is a French movie. So obviously the French and English subtitles. It just came out last week, I think, or a couple weeks ago on Blu-ray. I know, I think it was in cinemas, but I never even heard of this movie until it were on the Amazon listing. And then it were advertised on Facebook, and I heard people saying on Facebook that it's a real sad film, um, and I can understand why. Um, so about them two young boys, um, Remy have feelings for Leo, but Leo would get in teased at school for being a fag, um, for being in a relationship with Remy, and because of the outside thoughts going into Leo's head, he was pushing Remy away, and Remy it snapped. He had enough of the sort of distance Leo it point towards his love. Well, basically, when we love Leo, um, either best friends or as a relationship, because it did seem hurt when Leo were denying his feelings for Remy, because Remy have feelings for Leo, but Leo sees Remy more as a brother, and that sort of hurt Remy, and Remy took drastic measures. Um, okay, this is gonna be a real big spoiler, so please forgive me for that. So basically, Remy um killed himself. He committed suicide, and that happened like within 10-20 minutes of the film. So, and I thought when he committed suicide, yeah, it was sad, but we didn't really know too much about the boys to begin with, because we only just see them playing together and hanging out and sleeping over each other's houses. We not really got in depth with them two boys, so we didn't know what we should be feeling. But as the movie go forward, the rest of the movie is about Leo and his grief. So like I said, it's sort of LGBT and it's sort of not, but I'm classing it as LGBT because of Remy's feelings for Leo, and it is just a wonderful movie. It's so heart-wrenching. It even had me in tears. I had to gather myself before I even started filming this video. This is so sad. So yeah, when people give like sad reviews about it, yeah, actually meant it. So yeah, obviously I never went through anything like that before, so I couldn't imagine what it like using a best friend as is. Um, so yeah, that basically the movie. So I will just end it here on this one because there isn't much to tell. It just basically a story about a young boy grieving the loss of his best friend, and that basically it. So we got close. Okay, the next one I got to talk about is a manga this time, 7 days, Monday to Sunday. This one, I haven't read this one before, and it was pretty sweet. Um, about these two high schoolers who, one of them, which is this guy, he's I forgot what their names are, but he have a girlfriend every single week. Like he have a the first girl will ask about Monday, he goes out with her, then dump her on Sunday because he's trying to find the right person. So he going through every single girl until he find the right one he falling for. And then for like a little joke to begin with, this guy he asked him out on a Monday, and he's agree. He don't know what to do. He's agreed to go out with him just for the sake of it, and he made a good effort on going out with him, doing a couple of things, and well, his things for the guy got more serious, and he has fallen in love with him. So instead of planning on dumping him Sunday, and this guy kept on reminding him that he gonna get dumped on Sunday, so that sort of ticks that guy off because he saying what gonna happen, and he have no intention of dumping him on Sunday. So by so pretty much each chapter is one day. So we got 7 days of things and emotions going into each chapter, and it is a pretty sweet volume. It also 2 in 1, so In Japan, it's 2 volumes, Monday to Thursday, and then Friday to Saturday. But of course, the Sublime put it into 1 volume, which is definitely a um good collection of volume. So yeah, this one is 7 days. Okay, the next movie that I watched was a 1998 movie called The Edge of 17. It's about a boy named Eric, um, who was currently working at a cafe over the summer until school starts. Eric works at the same cafe with his female best friend. Of course, when you work in something like that, you will get like rude customers. So until when Eric looked behind that rude guy, um, I noticed a hot young man watching. Soon after, Eric found out that the young man who was named Wad is in fact gay, and slowly Eric was getting things for Wad. And while that was going on, Eric's best friend Maggie was also having things for Eric. So, so when Eric came to terms with his feelings for Wad, Eric also found out that he is also gay. And when summer ended, Wad and Eric got together and hooked up. Then Eric went to a gay bar and also hooked up there. All that Eric wanted was to find love, but he found out that the two guys that he had sex with were just using him for just sex. Eric felt vulnerable. He came out to Maggie that he likes guys, and basically he didn't get the support that he wanted. He also had a very close relationship with his mom, with his mother, but how the movie ended, I just thought they can't re-end a movie like that, with so many unresolved situations that were going on in Eric's life. So the movie ended with so many situations unresolved, and I don't want to spoil what happens, but it really is. I mean, he may be happy with himself, but everyone around him wasn't happy with him, and it just ended with that without no resolve. So yeah, and it also got like the owner. I mean, the owner of the cafe and the woman who also works into the bar is the same woman who from Orange is the New Black. Um, so that was fun to find out because I really did like watching her in Orange is the New Black. So yeah, there is way more to say about this without trying to spoil it. I mean, I probably already did spoil some of it, but yeah, Edge of 17 is really a good movie. It's also a movie in English, so and also from Tell I releasing. So yeah, Edge of 17. Okay, so the next one I am talking about is um okay, this one is a very difficult name to pronounce. Katakoi Lamp. I hope I said that right. It's a so Katakoi Lamp is a one-shot manga following by Tokyo Pop about a young guy who runs a cafe, and he has a regular customer always there at the cafe. He's a cute guy, which June is his name, and he always staring at the boss of the cafe. The boss name is Kazuto, and Kazuto thought that June has a crush on him. Um, so when Kazuto finally had the courage to speak to June, well, I won't tell you what June says because it was lots of twists and turns in this volume, but June was oblivious to Kazuto's feelings. That in fact Kazuto was one who were crushing on June big time, and Kazuto kept on making hints to June about his feelings. It was a really sweet manga volume, and art is so gorgeous, and especially June, visit June here, and he always so embarrassed, even that he wasn't entirely into Kazuto. So visit June and visit Kazuto. Um, this never happened, by the way. They never had a kiss ice cream, and yeah, it's just so sweet. I mean, yeah, it was like a lewd scene in this volume. Of course, it's Tokyo Pop. So Tokyo Pop, unlike Sublime, they never go into detail when it comes to sex. So yeah, like censor it, like weird, crazy censoring. So it's like near to end, like some nude scene. Um, yes. I mean, I won't like show you that very, very big censoring because I don't want YouTube to flag me in case they picks up on it. But yeah, it also got a final chapter as well, bonus chapter, which continues the story. I mean, not some bonus chapters just completely don't make no sense, but this one continues the story, and it's a sweet manga. This is my first time reading it, and I have to say I really did enjoy it. Tokyo Pop do some really good BL stuff. I mean, Sublime probably my favorite one, but Tokyo Pop definitely do some good BL. Um, yeah, so visit Category Lamp. The next one that I'm going to talk about is a movie called Cousins. This one is a really fun movie. I just finished watching it, so I didn't like jot anything down because it's too fresh in my mind. This was a really great movie. And this is a Portuguese movie, so it's not English. I mean, of course, it got subtitles. Um, and about two cousins will sort of do a sort of taboo thing, but that's sort of legal in some countries anyway, or it depends what your views on it. But they found like a religious family, but it definitely had a happy ending rather than with the aunt. I loved the ending so much. So pretty much it's about you can't really tell from the cover, but it is a really nice cover. So we got two characters here. We got Lucas and Mario. Lucas lived with his aunt because his parents died many years ago. So his aunt raised him, and a, a boy called Mario is coming to live with him temporarily because he got in trouble back at home with his dad and that. So he's living with him temporarily, and Mario, since he first seen Lucas, tried to do lewd things with him. Um, so eventually, the temptations overwhelmed Lucas, and Lucas gave in to his urges and expressed his love for Mario. And it basically a love story between two cousins who never even knew each other, didn't even know they were cousins, and just yeah, and it is so good. And I'm just looking at the back and I can't remember this scene happening, but yeah. It also said it contains strong sex, which is not actually true. You do see them naked, um, and they do fall around, but they don't. They have sex, but not on screen, if you know what I mean. So, um, it basically should have said contains strong nudity because it don't really show them having sex. Um, but yeah, I really love this movie. From the release of TLA releasing, we do some very good boys love films. I got a bunch of their releases in my collection, and I'm glad I'm talking about something I am passionate about, these videos. And I hope you enjoyed watching these as well, because I really enjoyed making them, talking about them and expressing my love for these movies and the books that I read. Yeah, so this is a Portuguese movie, so I would highly recommend it. Like I said, it contains strong nudity, so 18 is definitely a good number for this movie. But about love and hardships, and it don't. There's also like a sort of crazy psychotic neighbor girl who want to have sex with Lucas, and she's sort of really crazy. I don't like her in this movie, especially at the end. She were a white bitch, but yeah, it not on for very long. Only on for 83 minutes, so just less than an hour and a half. And if you ever go around to check this movie out, I will highly recommend it. Um, yeah, it's so I can't say enough about it. Um, I mean other neighbors from town, because they're religious sort of aspect, um, they sort of frown upon homosexuality. So, but the ending, I won't spoil it, but the ending were amazing. I did enjoy the ending so much. Yeah, so this one is The Cousins. Okay, so I think this next one, which I think is the final one in this video, we got a novel called Both Can Be True. Um, this is such an amazing novel. Seriously. In this novel, each chapter is a different person telling their story. So in the first chapter is a person called Ash, who is non-binary. As best friend Griffey took Ash to the Rainbow Alliance, um, which basically a club for the gay community. And in the club, which is full of gay kids, um, they are planning for the school dance to represent the gay community. Then we jump into the second chapter, and the focus of that chapter is a boy named Daniel, who is currently doing work experience in a vet. And when Daniel discovered that there is a dog that one of other workers named Tina was trying to save, because the dog owner brought her in because she went senile. The dog name was Chewbacca, and the owner the dog name is Chewbacca, and the owner took the dog in to get put down. Um, Tina asked Daniel to look after Chewbacca until he finished his shift. Then Tina would take the dog home with her, without her boss knowing, so the dog don't die. But Tina had to leave early for a family emergency. So that left Daniel with an awkward decision to escape with the dog, so Tina don't get into trouble, because he don't want Tina to get fired because he likes Tina, um, and he want to save the dog's life. Then we goes to chapter 3, which being Ash's turns, again. So basically, each chapter talking from one person perspective of the situation. Daniel was so tired, hiding Chewbacca. Um, so he asked if she could help him, and Ash agreed, but their plans did not go to plan. Daniel didn't exactly told Ash the truth about his situation with the dog at first, but Ash's mom was a more awkward moment for Ash, but well, it was more of an awkward moment for Daniel. He felt kind of awkward about the situation what happened with Ash's mom. Um, but Ash still agreed to help Daniel. And I don't want to spoil it too much, but something happened between Ash and Daniel at the tent where they are currently looking after Chewbacca. Ash also don't get along with his dad or her dad, but that will make sense in the book. Because some days Ash is a boy and most days Ash is a girl. So throughout this book is Ash and Daniel trying to make sure that Chewbacca don't get killed, and of course there's so much drama that happens in this book. Um, this book is so good I could not put this book down, honestly, and I really like the design of this one. I mean, in this book, Ash the one would draw it near the end of the book, but I really love the design of this book, will represent neutral genders. So basically, this is Ash, what obviously he can pull off being a boy and a girl, and this is Daniel who's trying to save a Pomeranian dog, and Daniel don't realize that Ash was a boy or is a boy. So this has got weird dramas, and Daniel is a really caring and sensitive person. He cries a lot because he's so caring that every tense situation it just builds up inside of him, and he cries, and because he's a boy he get made fun of, um, and that's just not right. And of course something happened at Ash's school, um, that he got bullied to a very extreme amount, so he left Bailey School, I think it was, to Oakland. So and that way he met Daniel, and then two bond became so in sync. And I love this book so much. This is the fastest I ever read this book. Obviously I had work, so I couldn't read as much as I would have liked. But I read this book in 3 days, and that is the fastest time I ever read a novel. Normally 5 days is my limit, but I could not put this book down at all. Yeah, so this is both can be true, and this will mark the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm planning on doing more. Obviously it will take time because I believe it or not filming this video at the beginning of June and now July, so it does take time. And that's why you probably noticed by my hair change, and I'm getting my hair dyed again on Saturday. So in the next video you should see more pink. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for my next one, and thanks for watching. Bye.